Every good employer knows that incentivizing employees is a great way to help them work hard and be productive. But it's also a great way to keep them happy and remain loyal. So this video is intended to remind you of some basic principles that will help you as you create an incentive program for your company. We'll also look at different incentives that the most successful companies have used with their sales staff. So the first principle that you need to know about incentivizing is that training isn't a race. It's a journey everybody takes. So you don't want to have a single reward for the first person to complete the program. You need to incentivize everybody to engage in the training. You need everybody to become the salesperson your customers need them to be. The second principle is the rewards should happen soon after the behavior happens. You want your staff to make a strong connection between training and reward. The more time passes, the less incentivized they'll be to continue. And finally, different people need different incentives. So don't give football tickets to the sales associate who doesn't like sports, and don't give cash to the salesperson who doesn't really have the need for cash. Think about your staff and find incentives that actually will motivate each of them. Well, successful companies typically start with the kickoff meeting, and they always have food because everybody likes to eat. It's a great way to get everybody together to have something to share together. Now, the rest of your agenda should look like this. You should have time to talk about your vision. Daily training equals more sales. And so you want your staff to know that that's what you believe, that training is going to make a difference for them and for you. You might remind them that you've invested in furniture and in a nice location and a nice building and lights, all the things that you've invested in, and now you're investing in sales training because you want them to find the most success. You might tell them that 30,000 people or so have already enrolled in the sales training and that they're seeing increases of between 10 and 25%. That will make a substantial impact in their paychecks. The next thing you want to do is talk about expectations. This is the saying we use in our office. People only respect what they know you inspect. So you need to make sure that everybody knows what's expected. Tell everybody that you expect lessons to be completed each and every week. You're going to receive reports detailing their progress, and you're going to know exactly what's happening. The next part of the meeting should be running a lesson with everybody. Completing a lesson together is going to serve three really important purposes. The first is it's going to show everybody how easy it is to use the program. You're going to log in, click on a lesson, and do one. It makes it very simple. But second, it's going to show them how easy it is to learn because they're going to spend a few minutes with you, go through a lesson, and say, "Holy cow, I can't believe the things I learned, and it was almost effortless." And then finally, it's going to let the veterans see, those who are sort of hanging back and a little apprehensive about training, it's going to let them see that the training actually includes skills they need to learn. Now, you might want to know that we'll actually, if you need, we're happy to provide a live webinar for you if you think that's going to help. In just a few minutes, we can walk your entire sales staff and managers through the program, make sure everybody knows exactly how to see the most success. All right, now some incentives. Everybody wants to know, what could I do? Well, you might think about doing a weekly luncheon. This would be a time that folks who want to train, as you want, they'll come and enjoy the luncheon. Maybe it's a luncheon that people who have completed last week's training get to participate in. Maybe you keep the refrigerator stocked with treats. I know some stores who let people pick their own parking spot depending on their successes in training. We have folks who let their staff pick their own schedule or make adaptations to the schedule. You can give gift cards, you can give cash. We have folks who give iPads. If you'll train on the iPad, I'll let you keep the iPad. If you're not going to train, then you want the iPad, you pay for it yourself. Do the iPad if however you like, and you might hold drawings for rewards. Now, one of the greatest incentives. This is at the end of the program, but as people are aware of this, they're going to be glad to know that you're going to get them a certificate of completion. You want to make it a big deal when somebody completes the training. Present it to them in front of the team. Maybe you do the certificate as well as some gift that you have for them. And then what you want to do is you want to display it where everybody can see it, not just your sales staff, as a way to incentivize them to keep moving, but also for your customers so they know how well prepared your staff is to sell. Write a press release and send it into the newspaper. You managers, when you log into the training, you'll see under your manager tools, there's a marketing and sales tab. Click on that. You'll see press release templates that you can use to make this an easy step. And then finally, enjoy the recognition. It'll be great when not only your employees, but your store gets the recognition that you deserve. You know, the late great Mary Kay Ash of Mary Kay Cosmetics fame, she said, everybody wants to be appreciated. So if you appreciate someone, don't keep it a secret.